2021 Killer Bees. My name is Josh Eaton, joined by Alan Hooper today. How are you doing, Hoop?
What up, guys? I'm excited to be here. This is both of our first commentary experiences, but we're ready to give you the info and hopefully give you guys a good experience watching this video with us.
Yeah, super excited to be joined by Hoop out here today doing some commentary for the first time. Our card today is pretty incredible. We got Andrew Presnell joined by Derek Green, Rich Klein, and Drew Cantrell on the card out at La Vista Park.
Yeah, it looks like we got a variety of playing styles here. We got some young guns. It's going to be exciting. Hopefully we can see some big shots and some big putts.
Yeah, definitely a lot of different playing styles. Rich Klein, I know for the most part, is a forehand dominant player, and Prez is predominantly backhand, so going to get to see a lot of unique, really cool lines on this course.
All right, we're going to start off on hole one. Basically, it's an open tee shot that plays downhill slightly into the woods. It looks like it's, where are we on the whites? So 380 feet. Nope, 415 feet to the gold. A lot of players are going to be throwing a flick, maybe a backhand mid-range straight shot.
Yeah, and the rough on this course is pretty rough. So players are going to be looking, like you said, just to pipe something straight up the middle, keep it out of the rough, and hopefully have a putt for the two on this first hole.
Yeah, I think a lot of the difficulty on this one is the green. Seems like speed control is going to be key.
Definitely.
This looks like a pretty good rip from Prezi, maybe a little turned over.
Yeah, just leaking into the right side there. Looks like it fought through a bit, though. Should have somewhat of a putt from the right side.
That looked pretty fortunate. Here we got Rich Klein, probably throwing a forehand. No, he likes to throw a lot of destroyers. It's like not quite turned over enough.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to flex something and just didn't flex enough, but it fought through everything.
Wow.
He's going to be having an uphill putt for the two.
There you go, Drew. Drew's from living in Columbia now, playing for Mizzou.
Really like the line there, just a little bit low.
Yeah, I got to get that nose up next time.
Yep.
And Derek Green, fellow Team Smoking Aces. I know he reps Legacy. This looks a little tight, a little right maybe.
Oh, just a big skip down to the left.
Yeah, that might be tricky though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the wind today wasn't really too big of an issue. These guys should be getting some scoring conditions in. Drew with a nice chip forehand. That'll leave him a 20, 25 footer, it looks like.
Yeah, Drew's a pretty good putter. He should be able to have that one for the par.
Let's see what Derek's got.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty tucked off. Not sure if he'll be able to give this one a bid or not. Might just be laying it up.
Yeah, that's all he wanted there. That's completely fine.
Yep, that's a smart play.
Yeah, the La Vista is one of the newer courses in the area, so you can kind of tell it's got some rough spots still.
Yeah, it's got some teeth for sure.
Yep.
If you get off the fairway.
He's just taking his medicine there. It's like Rich has got to look here. Oh, just a little right there. It was a pretty good spin putt, though. Drew to save par.
Oh, just a little high left for Drew.
Looks like the rest of these guys are going to be tapping in. That's about what I think you'll see on this hole most of the time. A few pars. You might see a birdie on these early holes, but we were talking about it earlier. The the first 7 holes on this course are some of the hardest. And if you can come out of the first 7 with pars or score, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think 1 through 7 are in the top 8 hardest holes on the course. So this front 9 is a pretty difficult stretch. But on to hole 2. This one dog legs straight right, comes in at 363 feet. Be looking for these guys maybe to throw a backhand roller, big forehands. Yeah, it looks like Prez is going to be lining up the roller play here. Lays it down nice. Just going to be a little bit long. This hole is super touchy. I almost feel like in order to really break it around that corner, you've got to lay it down so close to the wood line. Makes it a really difficult shot.
Yeah, the distance right after you get around that tree line is so great that it's almost impossible to park. You'd have to
Exactly.
You'd have to throw something either high and turned over and get lucky, or maybe a perfect roller.
Yep, perfect roller, or like if you've got 450 feet of forehand power, getting something super high to stall out and maybe come back. It's a great play.
Yeah, I know one of the guys on my card got pretty close. Ooh, that was a little inside, but he'll be left with an easy upshot, I think.
Yep, it's the right idea though. In order to get this one parked,
yep,
you've got to lay it down that close to the tree line and cut that corner close. Drew's going forehand though.
This looks nice, a little long.
Yep.
That tends to be the miss with the forehand, and then the backhand. Usually people miss 2 inside.
Yeah, looking like we got 4 approach shots coming up for tap-in pars for these guys.
That'll work for Derek. Drew liking those forehand up shots today.
Yeah, I think this one's a zone from him. He throws this a lot, and he's typically pretty good with it. Can put it pretty close to the pin. Prez maybe giving this one a run.
Yeah, this is definitely not out of reach for Prezi. But he plays it short. That's probably smart. No reason to get aggressive yet.
Yep.
Rich playing the touch forehand.
Oh, well, let's go sit down.
I'm sure that'll be fine for Rich.
Yeah, that's fine.
See if Drew can connect on this one. Yeah, I mean, Drew's been part of the St. Louis scene for a while. It's cool to see him, mature as a player. I know he's been coming out and playing leagues and stuff since, I remember his aunt dropping him off for the nooner, which is doubles at Jeffersonburg's. Good putt there from Rich.
Yeah, Drew's come a long way in a short amount of time to get as good as he is.
Yeah, not a lot of people can touch the distance that he has, and he's got some smooth form too.
Definitely.
He'll be tapping in a bogey here. I'm sure it's not the start he wanted, but we'll see how it goes.
He's definitely got the skill set to bring it back around.
I think, let's see what the average was here. Not a lot of birdies, I don't think, on this hole.
No, this one came in as the 5th hardest for the day, playing a .23 over par, looks like.
Keep things running at a high level. She's already had a huge impact on our crew, and overall, they've embraced the changes surprisingly well. We're really happy with how Heather is doing in this new leadership role.
Bogey and a few pars, that's normally what you see there. Now we're on to hole 3. We're playing the gold pin. It's 385 feet. This is another one kind of like hole 1 where you just want to get into the woods with some speed, but not too much, and kind of slow down as you go down the hill and hopefully have a putt.
Yeah, be looking for these guys to maybe play some fairway drivers straight, maybe even mid-ranges.
Yep.
Trying to play something dead straight, slow down as it gets to that green.
This looks like a little left, but kind of what you want.
Yeah, it looks like it came in just a bit early for Prezi. He's going to be off to the rough, probably just laying up for a par from there.
Yeah, this green has some pretty significant slope to it, so if you're not close, you're probably laying up. Rich a little right side there, but we'll see what he has. That's kind of a rough spot.
Yeah, if you're off too far on the left or the right, it's almost just a pitch one back to the mouth and
Yep.
lay up for the bogey at that point and see if DG can make the correction.
Derek maybe a little low there, but got the line you wanted.
Yep. Maybe just a little bit left, but he should be really close to the mouth. Shouldn't be in bogey territory at all.
Yep. And Drew trying to get something going here.
Yeah, this one looks like a mid from him. Probably just looking to flip something up and keep it dead straight down that tunnel.
Not enough turn on that one. That's going to be early left, and hopefully looking for a par. Yeah, so I think La Vista's what, 2 years old now?
Yeah, I think that it's only about 2 years old, and from what I understand, these gold pins haven't been in very long, maybe more than a couple months or so.
Yeah, and thanks to all the work that everybody from the Bluff City Disc Golf and the Alton Rotary Club, as well as Tracy Smith, shout out to him for getting this course ready for us.
Yeah, big shout out to you guys. This has turned into, personally, one of my favorite courses in the area. It's a ton of fun to play.
Drew left himself a little short. Derek's getting down there. That should par for him. A little bad roll away, but he'll be all right.
Yeah, he's got that putt. Good approach.
Yeah, and this is where I was during the round, which you don't want to be there.
Yeah, I think I was over kind of by where Drew was, just deep in the left stuff.
Rich making something out of nothing. He might have a long look for a par there, but that's a tough putt. And that's a great upshot.
Yeah, really good approach from Prez.
This must be Drew. He's probably trying to get aggressive here. I know he doesn't want to take another bogey. Oh, no. Just not a good start, but I know he can turn it around.
Back over to Rich. There's a lot of trees in the way on this green.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. You're going to see these guys like maybe even do some anti-flex putts if they're outside of circle one trying to get something to connect.
Yeah, I think that's one thing about a lot of these gold pins is they make the greens really tight. Sometimes you can only access them from one side. Makes for some tough putts.
Yeah, hits early, just bounces off to the left side of the green there. You should be able to save that putt, though. All right, let's see if Drew can connect on one.
Drew taking his time. I like to see that.
Just bounces out right side. And hole 3 is a lot like hole 1. It's just pushed back another maybe 80 feet or so in there compared to hole 1, and it actually comes in as the second hardest hole on the day. It's got a lot of teeth, as you've seen. That was a great putt there from DG.
Yeah, great 3 to get on this hole if you're not, in the fairway on your drive.
Yep.
I think Rich is tapping in a 4 here, but again, couple 3s, couple 4s. That's kind of what you'll see on these starting 7 most of the time.
Great putt there from Rich.
No worries there from Andrew. Andrew's such a solid putter. I think that's one thing that really separates him from a lot of these local pros. He doesn't really miss a whole lot.
Yeah, and he trusts his putt well enough that there's some drop-offs in the back like you see on a ton of these holes. He's still going to commit from 30 to 40 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Connect most of the time. On to hole 4. This is a narrow gap you got to hit off the tee over a bit of a ravine, and it doglegs left at the end. Most of these guys are going to be taking putters, some sort of maybe overstable mid, just to let it crash down to the left and have a look for the 2.
Yeah, you weren't lying when you said this is a tight gap. That was honestly a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Anything that gives you an open look at the basket is pretty good on this hole. And you do not want to hit one of those early trees because it turns into a nightmare par save. Derek's probably throwing a putter or maybe some sort of stable mid here.
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah, I've seen that before. That's exactly what happened to me, and there's pretty much nothing over there for the 3.
Yeah, if you don't make it back up to the top of that slope and you're actually looking down at the pin, it makes that approach shot so tough. Whether you're in the rough like we see DG is or not, if you're down at the bottom, it's really hard to save.
This should be interesting from Rich. Throwing
Yeah.
a forehand here. Probably something flippy. Oh, just gets caught up. But that's not a bad kick. That might give him a look for the 3 there.
Yeah.
Let's see if Drew can get one clean here. Yeah, that's one for 4 on the gap. That's it's probably pretty average for most cards. You might see 1 or 2 people on your card get a birdie look, but again, these holes are tough to start. And that is just wow.
That was a fantastic shot from Drew. And even so, even with that fantastic shot, he's still looking to circle 2 putt to save that par.
Yep.
It's a really, really treacherous hole if you hit early at all.
Derek going over the top here, trying to cut the corner. Catches a tree, drops about halfway, it looks like. He'll have probably 80, 100 feet from the woods there to the pin. Rich getting a little caddy love.
He's fortunate to stay out of the woods there. He should just have a little hyzer play, looks like, up and around the corner.
Yeah. Well played. Sit down.
Yep, sat right there by the basket.
Yeah, again, another very sloped green. Andrew, probably 40, 45. Drains it.
Dead center.
Yeah.
What a sick putt from Prez. That's what we were talking about earlier. Just have the confidence with 40, 45-foot downhill putts just to still run them 100%.
Yep, and there's not a whole lot of room back there before you get into the thick, so you got to be confident on that putt for sure.
See if Drew can match it.
This would be a good one for Drew to make to kind of get some confidence going. And just a little short right. You can tell he's still a little shaky on the green. Looks like that's Derek. Probably going overhand or something.
It's a good out from there.
Yeah.
Be able to save the bogey. This is a good tree Drew ran into on that putt.
Oh, yeah.
Just a short comeback or else you don't know how far that thing can stand up and roll on you.
There you go. Little basket love there for Drew, but he needed it. Yeah, these are the new Gateway Titan baskets. I'm I'm a pretty big fan of them. They're pretty common around this area. Pretty good catching device.
Are these the same baskets that they recently put out at Carrollton, the blue bands?
Yes, you'll see them at Carrollton.
And on to hole 5. This is a really unique hole. It's straight downhill, looks like 214 feet, and it's a pretty significant drop off, more so than what the camera's showing you here. These guys are going to be looking probably just to play maybe a forehand putter, backhand putter, and hopefully crash into one of these trees late and have a look for the 2.
Yeah, this is an interesting hole because if you hit the gap, it's so hard to stop and not end up at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, you can throw this one as soft as you think that you need to and still go 80 past.
Andrew looking for some tree love. And that seems to be the collection area for most good shots. You'll have some sort of 30, 40 footer uphill there.
Yep, and the line was perfect on that one, maybe just thrown a tad bit high, and so it didn't have the chance to catch anything and sit late, but good tee shot from Prez.
And this is my preferred play here, just a little touch forehand.
It looked like a really good shot. Probably somewhere down there by Prez. I didn't hear it or see it hit anything.
I think that the tee for 6 is relatively close to the basket here, so a lot of times you'll get a little wait while you wait for the card in front of you to tee off. And here's Derek. This looks pretty good.
Able to catch up. I think he's on the green. Yeah, circle 1 putt there for DG. Good shot.
And Drew, I'm sure, flicking a zone. It looks a little hyzered.
Yeah.
But he gets a nice little tree love there, and
Yeah,
he'll have
right
a birdie
down
putt.
Yeah, I like the overstable play on this hole just because it's going to get to the ground a little bit quicker than maybe an understable putter or something would.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, long outside the circle look here for Prez.
And I wouldn't doubt it if he knocked this one down. Just a little high left, but no worries there. Easy par. This looks about just outside the circle maybe from Rich. Looks like he fell over a little bit there, but gave it a good effort. Hopefully, hopefully he's all right.
Looks to be okay.
And DG from probably about 30, 25, maybe a little closer. Ooh, just a little right there.
It's a good looking putt, just a tad bit right.
Andrew tapping in, so Drew must be really close then. Yep. Yeah, I know Drew's had kind of a shaky start, but I don't see him missing this.
Oh, dead center. Good putt from Drew. Hopefully that's what he needs to get this round jump started for him.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the holes you kind of do want to get on the front 7. So here we are at hole 6. It's a par 3. It's playing 292 feet from the whites, and it's slightly uphill. You want to get something turned over after you get up the hill with maybe a little fade back. You see a lot of backhand flippy discs or maybe a forehand flex shot.
Yeah, and this one doesn't slope down or this one does slope downhill quite a bit past the basket, but it's not as gradual as some of these other holes are. This one is just a straight drop off right behind that pin.
Yeah, and that's the I don't know if that's the white, but that's one of the shorter pins there, and that tends to be where people end up with pretty good shots. This green is very hard to access.
Yep, and if you land right by that pin, you're looking at a 35-ish foot death putt. If you airball at all, you're going to be 40, 50 feet down at the bottom of that hill.
Andrew kind of getting the turn you want to see. And same spot, a little shorter. Yeah, there's a lot of guardian trees real close to this basket. Rich, high on the forehand. A little bit short of those guys, but should be no worries there.
Yeah, all these guys still landing right in the middle of the fairway, so none of them so far should have any problem getting up and down for their pars.
Derek playing the hyzer flip. Similar tree. Ooh, but that's not the kick you want to see. Rich leaves a little meat on the bone, but I think he'll be okay there.
Yeah, Derek having to go back to another overhand shot from the woods.
Well played there. Getting a little ground play. He'll have a 20-25 footer for par.
Yeah, good job on the angle there, because if he doesn't commit to that enough and it stands up and kind of cuts on him, he'll be all the way down there to the left. So,
oh, yeah.
Well-placed shot from him.
Andrew just kind of pitching up. Probably didn't have a line there. Let's see if Drew's got something here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a bid at it, but looks like he's just trying to decide whether or not he wants to actually run it or not.
Yeah, again, these greens on these first 7 holes, most of them are pretty sloped and pretty dangerous. So. Pretty good run. Looks like he got a fortunate.
Yeah, he hit that
backboard.
tree.
Yep.
Good bid, though. Had it chain height just a little bit to the right side.
Derek is closer than I thought. That was a good upshot. No problem there.
Yeah, great scramble from him.
Great putt there from Rich, too. Definitely a big drop off. You can see it pretty well right there.
Yeah, it's pretty far down there. Yeah, if you roll down at all, I went for the putt from about Drew's spot.
Oh, yeah.
during my round, and ended up catching a bush about halfway down that hill and made my straddle comebacker. But it's pretty far uphill if you sail it past that basket.
All right, here we are, hole 7. Another tough one. This is a par 3 playing 328 feet. This one is pretty straight tunnel shot, but at the end it kind of goes uphill and left. It actually might be slightly downhill off the tee, so you kind of got to somehow get back up the hill at the end of the flight. It's a really tough one to get a 2-look on.
Yeah, and out of all the holes on the front 9, I think this one might have the thickest rough. If you get off to the left or the right, even looking up, there's not a lot.
And this is actually the hardest hole on the course. According to par, it played a 0.68 strokes over par. Yeah, those 2 early tree kicks are not what they want to see there. Let's see if Rich can get us a clean flight.
Yeah, very similar to hole 4. This one's almost a field goal that you've got to hit right off the tee and then navigate your way through some other trees late.
This looks a little too turned over. Hopefully he gets a good result. That's not too terribly bad. It should be something for a look for par.
Yep. Fortunate that one stayed on the edge. He should be able to do a standout forehand. Obviously, he's really, really good with the forehand, so he should be able to have some sort of approach look from there.
Derek, I would guess a fairway driver here, maybe mid. And that's pretty good. He's going to be short, but he'll have a look at the basket from there, maybe even a run.
Yeah, and that's where you see, like, if you have a really, really good shot and navigate those trees, that's where a lot of them were landing, which is why you see this whole play. 0.68 over par. Just that tough. Even the shots that got you to that gap, you still had a 45-footer that you had to straddle out.
Yeah, and Prezi left himself short and hit a tree. He'll be pitching up for a bogey. See if Drew can manufacture some sort of par save here. Catches some trees, but fortunate drop out in the middle.
Yeah, he shouldn't have any problem there getting up and down for that bogey.
Rich going to the forehand, just like he said. And it's not what he wanted.
Yeah, just not enough height on it. And it's the further you are back down that fairway, the harder it is to really get the height and angle that you need to cut that corner. It's a really tricky shot from there.
Yeah, there's almost, I would say, no clean flight path to this pin. You just kind of want to play the fairway and then hope to get left at the end. Seems like a decent upshot there from Drew.
Yeah, it looked like he put a little bit too much steam on that one, but caught a tree by the basket, and he's going to be tapping in there.
Prezi, big pitch up for bogey here. Oh, he actually gave that one a run.
Yeah, that was a really, really good looking
That was
putt.
close. Derek with the best drive here. Oh, just short. That was a good bid, though. It looked like Circle 2's edge.
Yeah, at least 55 or so. That was a really good look from DG. Just a bit low.
Rich little jump putt. Let's see if he can make this for the bogey.
There you go, Rich.
Great putt there from Rich. That's a great bogey save. Oh, a little high there from Drew, but at least he didn't get a roll away. Yeah, now after this hole, it kind of opens up a little bit. The next hole, these guys are going to be excited to throw a shot where they probably won't hit a tree.
Yep, you shouldn't. Pretty much a straightaway shot on this next hole. You'll be seeing some of these guys go forehand. A couple of them maybe doing a backhand turnover, but yeah, unless you go long right on this next hole, shouldn't have any trees in your way for a putt.
Yeah, I think they'll be looking to score here on hole 8. It's playing 304 feet, dogleg to the right. It's pretty much a basic forehand shot. You might see some backhand turnovers. Pretty reachable for these guys. They're trying to birdie it. Oh yeah, and I did forget there is a hyzer over the right side as well.
I didn't have anybody take that on my card. I had
that was
maybe
a
one
great
forehand and a bunch of backhand turnovers. That was a really good play.
Yeah, he'll like that putt. He likes those circle's edge putts. And here's Andrew. Let's see what he's got here. This looks maybe a little long. Oh no,
Oh,
just
that's perfect.
perfect speed control there. Little 25-footer for the birdie.
Yeah, maybe a buzz or something there from Presnell.
And this is right in Rich's forehand wheelhouse for sure. This looks pretty good. He kept it tight.
This looks perfect.
No problem there for
Yeah,
Rich.
tapping on 8.
Yeah, nice bullseye. And Drew looks to be taking that hyzer over the right side. Let's see. Looks a little high, maybe left. But he'll have a jump putt from there.
Yep.
Yeah, not too many worries on this one. You can run these putts really no problem. Drew looks to be about 40-ish.
Just a tad bit low from Drew.
And Derek, not sure if he's outside the circle, but I would imagine if he is, he's jumping this one. Oh,
Great
no,
putt.
no jump, just kept it right on the pole. Great putt there from Derek for the birdie. basket love.
Presnell from just a little bit closer.
Nice putt there from Prezi. Yeah, I remember in the morning when we were warming up for the round, it was pretty chilly. So, but around now it seemed to have warmed up a little bit. So maybe these guys will be throwing some bombs here on this rest of this course. All right, hole 9. Another dogleg right. This is a par 3, 372 feet. Similar to the last hole, just a little further. You can throw a forehand. A lot of people are going to be throwing something straight at it over this right side again. It's less of a hyzer, more of a straight shot.
Yeah, you'll be seeing a really similar line that DG and Drew both took on the last hole, just going over the rough here and letting it crash back into the hillside.
Derek, no problem clearing that rough, but maybe a little deep. Wow. Looks to be about 30, 25?
Yep, using the hillside to his advantage, just letting the disc hit there and sit inside the circle. Look for DG, though.
And this one's got a nice slope behind it, so you can, or slope uphill, so you can kind of give it a little juice and not go too long.
Yeah, I should be able to run it from pretty much anywhere.
Prezi probably throwing a mid, I would imagine.
Great shot from him.
Wow, that's what you want to see. Here's the forehand from Rich. Got a nice flex on it. Get around that tree. Yeah, that tends to be the miss with the forehand. There's a little more trees you got to miss on that left side.
Yep.
The right side, even though it's thick, is actually kind of low. The trees aren't as tall, so you can go over. Here's Drew.
That looks smooth from him.
Smooth shot. Oh no.
Oh, just clipped something up there.
Oh, the reaction cam. Yeah, he's that's not where you want to be. It's real thick in there. Let's see if he can save the par. It's like he's actually got kind of an opening there. Sit.
Yeah, great shot from him.
Well played.
Rich from circle 2.
Yeah, probably 60, 50, somewhere in there.
Oh, maybe an inch short.
Inches low. That was a great run from Rich.
Presnell from inside the circle here.
Oh. Yeah, that was a good catch by the basket. I know these nubs can get you sometimes.
Oh, sit down.
Don't do that. Yeah, I know that's not what Derek wanted, but I full confidence in him to make this comeback putt here. He never gives up, and every shot he takes very seriously and focuses hard. Yeah.
Great putt.
No problem there. Uphill jumper. Great putt, Derek.
Really good bounce back.
Rich tapping in. Drew tapping in. So only one birdie there. Not the start I don't think any of these guys were looking for. Prezi's a couple down, which is pretty good. I think Derek is okay with his even par on the front 9, and these other two guys are looking to get some birdies on the back.
Yeah, as we stated earlier, the front 9 was definitely the harder out of the 2 9s. There's a lot of par 5s that we're going to be seeing some eagles on out of these guys on the back. Look for them to shred here on this back.